Hello there, it's Courtney. Let me know if the sound is okay on the video, anyone who's watching. Um, the mic is moving a little bit, but not much, so we don't know if the sound's any good. Anyone could let me know, that would be brilliant. Might have to move the laptop off what it's sat on if the sound isn't any good. But how is everyone if you can hear me? Just waiting now. The awkward wait to see if anyone can actually hear you. I'll have a look on mine actually. Says there's 3 people watching. If the 3 people watching can let me know if the sound is any good, just comment and let me know about the sound. Because currently right now it is slightly frozen. Sounds fine, brilliant, right. Don't need to go on my phone now and figure it out. How is everyone? Is everyone good? Enjoying a break away from the football? Competitive football, obviously national football is going on at the minute. So, has everyone enjoyed a Saturday free of Premier League drama? I have, to be honest. I'm watching the dog, so you might see the dog's to the side of me. You might see Tilly pop up now and again. I just said the name and she's looking at me. Hi Ashley. So yeah, I've had the dog. We've gone on a nice walk around the city centre in the nice weather. It's been very warm in Liverpool today, and it's also been really busy because the one of the ships is in. Completely forgot the name of the ship. Scott is watching the Netherlands. Let me know how they get on. Fingers crossed they do well, quite like the Netherlands. I mean, we sort of have to now, don't we? Because not only have we got a Dutch captain, not only have we got 3 Dutch players in the squad, we've also got a Dutch manager, and he's doing a brilliant job so far. Um, what's everyone thinking of Slot at the minute? I'm really, really, really impressed. Obviously, still early on, only 3 games in, but liking what we're seeing so far. All of them are starting, so Van Dijk, Gakpo and Gravenberch are all in the squad currently. Good luck, lads. So, yeah, get on topic with the title of this, which is football chat, which we're having a bit of a football chat right now. A giveaway and channel updates. So before I get into a bit more football talk, I'll just briefly tell yous what's going on. And then I'm gonna set a little poll away in the chat, so keep an eye out for that. But with the channel, I am gonna be starting a Patreon, which if you haven't heard of Patreon, it's basically like it's like another social media platform for creators. So you can have free stuff up there, which I'm going to be doing as well. You can have paid memberships, which I'm going to be starting to do, which will have exclusive content. There'll be lives like this where we can have a chat. There's also going to be a group chat over there where we can all talk about the football. But also the main reason I wanted to do it was I've got a lot of stuff I want to start giving away, but I haven't got the time to sort of put everything into the channel at the minute, and I want to make it like a continuous thing. So if you join the Patreon, which is I think it was £3.50, £4, around about there, because it depends. You have to say it in dollars. It was very confusing, but if anyone's interested in it, there's going to be monthly giveaways on there. So every month you sign up, you'll be thrown into a giveaway as well as all the extra content on there, and the like little group chat that we're gonna have going. And you have the chance to win either signed items from LFC players, whether that's past, present. There's gonna be limited edition merchandise from the club. Some I've got that are gonna be part of the first giveaway. The first giveaway is gonna be sort of like a big-ish one. It's not just gonna be one item, it's gonna be like a few different items, and I'm gonna make it into like a little LFC goodie box. mystery box sort of thing, but some of the items you will see, today. Um, and yeah, and, like, kits, new kits, like, sort of put that out because I wanna be able to put more time into the channel basically, and also the money from that will help me put more time into the channel, but also it'll help me keep these giveaways going for everyone and be able to get bigger and better and stuff each time. I've already got someone who won't mention it yet, just because I wanna see how this goes before we partner up, but I have got a person who works with Signs Memorabilia, who I could be working with on supplying, the items for the giveaway, which if you're interested in it, like, go and sign up for the Patreon because the more people that join it, the bigger and better it'll get, and it'll help me get this partnership on the roll, and there'll be amazing, amazing, amazing items from them. Some of the signed items they have is, like, unbelievable. I've seen pictures of Klopp stuff they've had, Diaz, Nunes, Jota, ex-players. I think they've had Rafa, Dudek, Smicer, like, loads of, like, too many to name, so it'd be really good if we can, partner up, but I don't wanna partner up with someone before I've tested it out, so we're gonna test it out first. So I am gonna launch that during this video, it's not gone up yet, but I'll share it in a bit. Veronica, thank you for the £5 super chat, that is amazing. So yeah, it just means then as well as the giveaways, there'll be lives like this. Um, I'm looking at doing one every week there's a match on, so but it'll be after the match, so we can sort of talk about the game and talk about what's coming up after the game. I just thought it'd be nice to have a chat like this, and it'd be like a planned thing. So I'm hoping to, like, start getting that all put together. Um, but yeah, any questions you have about it, please, like, just ask away in the chat. I'll be as open and honest with everyone as I can be. But first, I'm not gonna show you the items because I don't wanna give away, like, what there is coming up. But I have got a signed item each from Fowler, Robbie Fowler, John Aldridge, and Dirk Kuyt. Now, I am gonna put a poll in the chat, and everyone that's watching this live right now, you are gonna decide the first signed item I give away. So let me just start a poll. Um, I should have really done this earlier on. Um, and then I'll get back to the chat with yous. Like I said, if you got any questions about Patreon, about what I'm doing and that, let me know. So we've got Robbie Fowler, John Aldridge, and Dirk Kuyt. So all of these I actually got signed in person when I was there, so, like, they are 100% genuine. Fowler's was actually signed at his mural, which is quite a cool fact. John Aldridge's was signed at the Legends game with, Sven Goran Eriksson last season, which was a lovely moment to be at, but I was lucky enough to get Aldridge to sign something. And Dirk Kuyt was at an event at Hotel Anfield. So if you ever want to go to, like, an event like that, Hotel Anfield's brilliant for stuff like that. But yeah, let me get up to the chat. I can't scroll up on there. Give me 1 second. I am going to go to my phone and I'm going to read it that way because it's a lot easier. So, hi everyone who said hi. Sorry I missed that. How do I feel about Liverpool right now? Says Vic, who is a Man City fan. I feel really positive. We're the only team in the league to have kept a clean sheet. So that's nice. Lee has said the Netherlands are already a goal up. Very nice. Vic also says, "Do you think you'll beat us this season?" And Vic is a Man City fan. At home, yes. Home, 100%. I think we do with the current form we're in. But then again, we're only 3 games into the season. A lot could change for both teams. But if we were to play Man City next weekend, or even if it was this weekend, I would have been like, "Yeah, genuinely think we'll beat yous." Um, but there's a long way to go before we play City yet. With the way our season is, there's a lot of change. Um, the Pride of Merseyside, Callum says hello. Hello. Um, do you think Klopp will attend a game at Anfield this year? No. And the reason for that is I do not think he wants to overshadow Slot at any game at Anfield at all this season. In fairness, he almost overshadowed Taylor Swift by just turning up there. And when I spotted him, I freaked out. Like, I lost it when I was the first night Taylor Swift at Anfield. Klopp turns up, for those who don't know, and I was sat in the car right by the main stand and could actually see him, and I was nearly crying. So, but for that reason, I don't think he will go this year. But that is an interesting question, Luke. I do think a lot of people are wondering now. Um, are you going to try and go full time on YouTube, Courtney? Yes. I'm trying to put as much effort into this right now as I can. Obviously, I've got a daytime job, which luckily I work for my dad. So when there's stuff to do with the channel and stuff like that, there's exciting things are coming up this year. 'Cause I had to take a day off earlier in the summer break. If that gets posted, which I believe it is, um, yous will know what I'm on about then. But I cannot say anything until it is released. But I'm very excited about that, and it was a massive, like, a massive moment for me. Um, but yeah, there's something. Even if mine doesn't get posted, there is something very exciting coming up later this year. Um, but yeah, this is to help me, one, keep the giveaways going because 'cause it'll help me fund the giveaways, but also it'll help me put a little bit more time into the channel as well as updating most of the equipment I've got. Because a lot of the equipment I've got started to get a little bit old and outdated and a bit battered, so it's to help that as well. I've also got some things that I wanna try and do next year, which there will be LFC stuff involved in the video, but it won't just be LFC, it'll include other stuff. Evening, Chris. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping I'll get that. Go Sixers, hope your day is well. Hope your day is well too. How am I finding Slot? I absolutely love him. Yeah, I absolutely love him too. I honestly, a lot of people after the United game the other weekend was saying he feels like he could be better than Klopp. And I know it's so early on to say that, but there is a point of that. It's the 3 games so far, no Liverpool manager's won his first 3 games. No Liverpool manager had won his first game, and he's the first Liverpool manager in donkeys to win their first game at Old Trafford or even the first game against Man United. So it looks really, really promising, and it is the thing of Klopp said, "I'm leaving a good team behind." And, like, he didn't do what Ferguson done at Old Trafford, at United, and left a aging, falling apart team. So I really love Klopp for that. Um, Doug saying rest in peace, big Ron Yates. Yeah, I was devastated this morning when I read that. But it was also weird to look and go, I've never seen him play, obviously. My dad never seen him play. He was someone that anyone the same generation as me, our granddads watched play. So it made me a bit emotional thinking of how my granddad would have watched him. I actually Yeah, so I have you can see it just there, this plate. Ron Yates is actually on that plate holding the FA Cup. So like it that was passed on to me from my dad, who had it passed on to him from my grandad's. That's nice. But yeah, rest in peace, Ron Yates. My thoughts go out with his family. It must be devastating for them. Luke confirmed Klopp is a Swiftie. Yeah. The pictures after that night made my weekend. It was amazing. Um, Phil Reed, He's on about getting tickets. Yeah, to get tickets is really hard to get. Um, if this giveaway goes well enough, like if the Patreon takes off, there is a possibility that I might be able to look into doing something with tickets in the future. Um, there is people I've been in contact with over hospitality, but that is quite expensive. So, if the Patreon goes well, by the end of the season, I might look at doing something either very beginning of next season or, um, yeah, it honestly depends how this goes. If this doesn't go well, like, I can't afford to give away tickets. I can barely afford to pay them for myself. But like, fingers crossed, positive thoughts. Go Sixers, semis in the Champions League at Anfield. Klopp should show up. I really don't think he will. Um, if he turns up, it really overshadows Slot at any point this season. To be honest, even next like, at any point Klopp turns up, it's gonna be like, "Oh my god," and the focus isn't gonna be on Slot and the players, and Klopp would hate that. So I do think it's gonna take him some time before he comes to Anfield or comes back to Anfield. Um, what do you think about I'm terrible at pronouncing players' names and I am yet to learn this one properly. Federico Chiesa. Bear with me if that was not correct, but I am pretty excited. He was an absolute bargain in my eyes. For those who don't realise, and for me to put it into perspective, the money that we got off Bournemouth selling Dominic Solanke covered completely the fees for him. Like, I love how our staff figure out, like, transfers and sales and all that, like, it really interests me. Um, what's your take on Salah being in the top 5 goal scorers at Old Trafford since 2021? Doesn't surprise me. I mean, the fact he's already overtaken Gerrard by a massive numbers, it's 6, I think I said in my video, is amazing. But on Salah, I've got a little notepad here with little rumours, and one of them's not rumour, one of them's like a massive insight that I'll let you know in a second. But I don't know if anyone else has seen it. There's been massive rumours that Salah has been offered a 2-year extension and is looking pretty willing to sign it. So let me know what you think on the Salah 2 years extension rumour. I would like that. I wish we'd offer him a bit more than 2 years. Um, but yeah, it's interesting that. Phil Reed, what do you think of Adidas taking over the kits again next season? There's nothing confirmed yet, which is really bugging me about everyone going, "We're getting Adidas, we're getting Adidas." We don't know. I hope we do, but there's no, like, it's not like when Newcastle were getting Adidas and everyone knew before it was announced. It's rumoured massively, so we'll have to wait and see. Um, so I'm just scrolling down. Um, Michael McGuinness. Hi, Michael. Michael is a massive, like, fan of the channel, and the really cool thing is at the Redmen party, he got me to sign one of his he was going around with a Liverpool shirt getting people to sign it, and he turned to me and he went, "You're signing it next." So I signed it, and then Michael then proceeds to point out the other signatures, and I'm sure he can tell me in the chat if this is correct. One of them was Andy Robbo's, and he was getting everyone that he is a fan of to sign it as well. So props to you, that was really cool, but, I was also a bit like, "What?" Andrew Quinn, have you heard that Marvel are trying to get Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire in the movie? I think that would be cool, yeah. Luke, you think Pep stays or walks after this season? Walks, especially with the whole hang on, I'm gonna have to sort this out, but the whole rumours of when we're gonna find out what's going on with the 115 charges. Do you wanna get up? Come on. No? Okay. Do you wanna get up? You can get up, or do you wanna come here? Do you want butt scratch? Sorry, the dog likes butt scratches. Um, yes, I've heard that about Mo Gladra too. Yeah, There's something else that I'm keeping up my sleeve now, but I'll tell you about it in a minute. Um, DJ, I once saw her to say was said to hear his in sad to hear his interview after the Man United game saying he was leaving. Yeah, I think that was his way of saying to the club, "Look, you need to start talking to me about my contract. I'm ready for it." Because I think sometimes the club worries, like, about talking to them about contracts straight away, like, but yeah. What do you make of the new Champions League phase? I am still yet to figure it out fully, in all honesty. But yeah. Phil Reid, it's being leaked, it's 100%, and they put out some kit ideas as well, interesting. Scott, the Netherlands is 1-1. Come on, Verge. I am absolutely loving Diaz too. Do you like the women's team? I'm a big fan of them as my friend plays for them, and I'm jealous. She keeps sending me photos of her shoots with Nunes. That is awesome that your mate has made it to that level. I don't think people realise it's so hard to make it into the men's game. It is even harder to make it into the women's game just because there's not the support from a young age for girls to continue with football, to there's no, like, it could be different now, but when I was younger, but I still don't think it's as good as it is for young boys. There's not, like, the academies as often for the girls, or it's not as good as quality. Um, so massive props to your friend playing for them, whoever she is. I'm not gonna ask you to, like, drop names here. I do like the women's team, I just struggle to follow it because and I wish I had more time to follow it. Like I said, this might give me more time to follow it if it ends up happening, but, yeah, I would love to be able to follow the women's. It's just there's so many games in the men's game. I have massive, massive admin ad admin I can't even say the word. See what I mean? I struggle with normal words, but, like, I massively admire, like, anyone who follows the men's, the women's, the under 21s, like, follows multiple teams at once. Like, I just find it amazing how people can have that time. Jerry, I saw you at that party. Yeah, the Redman parties I tend to be at. I'm good mates with some of them, so it's nice to go and see them and support them at the parties. Um, I'm just gonna. Are you going to AC Milano where there's still tickets available? No, I cannot afford. Again, I hate this like being a money conversation. I can't afford AC Milan at the minute. Um, so yeah, I won't be going to that unfortunately. As much as I would love to, I also like obviously I've got work. Um, so yeah. Um, so someone's put here, which is actually what I was holding on to. The Pride of Merseyside Callum has said, as Gordon played for Everton, would you sign him if we could in 2 years, 3 years when Mo goes? I would actually have got him this season if we could have. I think we're us not getting him at the minute is a risk that in the winter, in the next window, someone could come in for Newcastle with a massive, massive offer um, for Gordon, and we like lose him. Don't get me wrong, I saw someone here saying Diaz over Gordon. Like, yeah, we've got Diaz as well, but what's to say Diaz and Gordon can't play together the same way Mo and Diaz play together? Because like they are able to play together. We see that week in, week out. Um, but I got a text message earlier today. I'm just gonna take this is my cup of piping hot tea. Because it is tea that I'm about to drop. Because I've not seen this put anywhere, and I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna say where I got this from because it is a family friend sort of thing. Um, and they messaged a group chat today, so it's me, some friends, some family friends. So it's not like it's a random group chat. Like when people say stuff, they mean it. It's not one of these normal group chats. Um, So the Gordon deal that we all heard rumours about in the summer, it was all done. It was a done deal. Personal terms were confirmed with Gordon. He was happy he was coming to Liverpool. Coming back home because he is a Liverpool fan for people who don't know. But also like personal wise, like he's coming back to the city that all of his family lives in, so it would have been massive for him. So it was a done deal. Now what happened? The new owners at Newcastle um turned around and went, "This is a PR disaster, you're not going." So in other words, it was them going, "If we if we let our best player go." Sorry, hang on 1 minute. The dog is now here. But Newcastle were looking at it going, "There's Tilly." Newcastle were looking at it going, "If we let Gordon go, this is a PR disaster. We're losing one of our best players. We're not gonna be able to bring anyone in that's the same quality as him." So instead, they sold, Elliot Anderson and is it Minter? I follow Newcastle, I hadn't heard of the other lad. Obviously Elliot Anderson, I felt like it was a big go for them anyway. I was shocked about Elliot Anderson leaving. Um, but yeah, it was basically the owners just went, "We're letting yous go instead," and Gordon was apparently gutted by it. Now the reason I know this is true is these people have a connection with someone who was at Newcastle during that time, or is still at Newcastle. Um, so it was like when I got that, I immediately screenshot it and sent it to my stepdad, who's a Newcastle fan, and he was like, I rang him and went, "Have you seen what I've sent you?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Gordon was coming to Liverpool." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever, whatever." And I was like, "Read that message." So my mum's on the other end, my mum reads him the message, and he's like, "What?" So we did nearly get Gordon, but then Newcastle turned around and went, "Actually, we figured out this isn't a good idea for us." I'm just scrolling up now so I can catch up with the chat. Um, yes, it is a bit bonkers. This is about the Champions League. Doug is saying, yes, it's a bit bonkers, Courtney. Even trying to do a vid on it is going to be difficult. Yeah, I I still like last season. I went, I'm not thinking about it until this season. This season, I've still not had a chance to think about it and wrap my head around the Champions League this season. Um, oh, it's Hinge you're on about. Um, that is pretty cool. Yeah, she's what I've seen of her seems to be a really good player, but I know what you mean about being on all the shoots of Nunes and that. Um, Paul, do you play football, Courtney? No, I used to when I was younger. Um, and then I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome or ME. Um, I always call it chronic fatigue syndrome, even though I don't like that name for it. I prefer what ME stands for. But I can't pronounce the second part. It's myalgic and then E something. It's very hard to pronounce, but I got diagnosed that and had to pack in all sports that I'd done, which was not fun. Um, Go Sixers! As a Yank, our women are phenomenal. Wish the men's side could catch up. Yeah, weirdly in America, women's football does a lot better than the men's does. And that is like brilliant. But obviously, you see it with the national team how they go on about the pay disparity. Like the men still get paid more, which does not make sense. Um, just catching up. Really want Gordon next summer. I think it's inevitable he will join us, and I'm sure he will hold out for a move to us like Van Dijk did. Um, yeah, I think possibly that could happen. But I think if you have another big side that comes along and puts an offer in, you can't really ask someone to wait too long. What about Isaac? Would you sign him? No. I don't I can't see him being a Liverpool player. Now that could change in a few months when we see what Slot's style is like, but right now I cannot see him fitting in. Um, Mitchell, hi Court, enjoying the show. You're welcome. Um, Go Sixers, do we let Mo go to get Gordon? I'm not letting Lucho leave. No, I think we bring Gordon in ready for when Mo goes, but I also think he plays a role within that front three somewhere, whether that's Slot likes rotating players, and I don't know whether I'm thinking of him coming in and then rotating. I do think there's a player I think's gonna go within the next year or two, in all honesty, and people aren't gonna like when I say it, but I genuinely would not be surprised, and I love him, but this is just off the last few seasons injury-wise. I think if Diogo Jota gets another bad injury this season or next season, the club will start looking at possibly finding a replacement. Um, which don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a sad day when Jota leaves, but honestly, that's what I can see happening soon. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. Um, Callum, did he sign for Newcastle to use them as a stepping stone sign for us, so we didn't look as much as a snake to the Blues? To be fair, if the Blues did their research, they would have known that he was a Liverpool fan. So, um, yeah, Lee, something like that. Do not ask me to type it or pronounce it. Um, Michael has said, when you watch the Champions League draw, you could just tell we were going to get Real Madrid. Because I could see it a mile away. Yeah, I was already looking, going, we're going to either get Real Madrid or we're going to get Napoli. Like, you look at a Champions League draw, we're getting one of them each year. Um, just, just Shan is how I think you pronounce it. Lots of love from India, Courtney. Thank you. It is amazes me when people say where they're watching from. Like, India is like, I was gonna say it feels like miles away, it is miles away, but it feels like way, way away. So thank you for watching. What time is it in India right now? 'Cause that's another thing, I always feel like, is it, like, not the middle of the night there? Is it not, like, early in the morning? And I'm always amazed how people still watch. Um, Doug, do you think Everton get relegated this season, Courtney? Would be hilarious to see their new stadium as the best stadium in the Championship. 100%. I really, really feel like, and I've got, uh, well, 2 blue nose cousins. One goes the game every single week. Both of them used to, but obviously one's moved away because of uni. Um, so I've spoken to her, and even she's not, like, too impressed at the minute, to put it politely. She's not like, "We're going down," but she's like, "I wouldn't be surprised." But yeah, I do think this year is not looking good at all for Everton because 'cause they've had the easier teams at home and still struggled, like, massively. Like, I think I know again, we're only 3 games in, but for this for me could be the final nail in Everton's coffin, was that Bournemouth game where you're 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, but then lose 3-2. Like, that is gonna knock morale massively for them. So, we'll have to see how they come back, but I cannot see it being a big thing. So, it's 1 a.m. in India. Thank you for watching in that time. Usually I'm already, like, falling asleep at that point. Um, so I'm gonna let the chat keep going. I'm gonna just take my eyes off it for a second. I just wanna see, can I get the poll up on this? Because it's easier than tapping this. So if you haven't already seen, there's a poll going on which signed item should be the first giveaway to Patreon members. I will link everything in a bit to Patreon. And at the minute, massively in the lead is Robbie Fowler on 72%. Up next is John Aldridge on 16%. And in third place, not saying last place, third place, is Dirk Kuyt with 12%. Which is weird because I felt like it would have been a lot closer between Dirk and Robbie, in all honesty. There's been 57 votes. So if you've just joined all that, go and vote on this poll because you're going to decide the first item I give away on Patreon. So yeah, I'm just checking. I've gone through everything on my little notebook, so that can go out the way. I'm going to start sharing my Patreon in a second. So I'm just gonna does your cousin vlog Everton matches? That would be funny. No, she doesn't. I think she would get demonetized very quickly. I also think she'd not enjoy it. I have tried to get her involved in things with me. It's not worked out time wise and stuff like that. Someone's already found my Patreon and I haven't even shared the link yet. Thank you to whoever that is. I'm guessing it is someone in this chat. So as that person will know because they've just signed up for it, on Patreon, I'm doing the first 7 days as a trial, a free trial for you. So I'm going to try and do a live on Thursday, I think it is, over on there. So you get 7 days free, and then after them 7 days, you have to sign up for the monthly. I am going to do it where you need to be signed up by the first of the following month to be included in the giveaway draw. Then on the 7th, I am going to do it where I then draw and reveal who it is that's won. 2-1 to the Netherlands, yes. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully start a little community. Like I said, there's gonna be a group chat on there. I am really looking forward to this group chat. Because obviously I've gone on about before, safety issues and that I tend to not respond to DMs, like private DMs. Instagram introduced the channel thing. I don't know if people have seen that. I've got one over on mine. But I didn't realise when I started it, people could not reply back, which is a bit awkward because you're just talking to yourself basically. Patreon now, I can start a group chat, which I feel safe and happy in a group chat with everyone. So yes, Jerry Mouse 79, and as in brackets it says name's Andrew. You are the first person to sign up, so thank you for that. Good luck on this week's draw. This month's draw. But yeah, I am gonna launch it now. So if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the links going up very shortly. So let me. Sorry guys, I am just quickly typing this away. I'm just reading what's it. Looking forward to coming for the Forest match. Yes, Doug is coming for the Forest game. I am going to be trying to get my ticket for it next week. So fingers crossed. I'm very unlucky. Me too. And the best thing is though, I will have people who, when I've done giveaways before, which hasn't been many, but I've done 1 or 2. I've had people go, "Oh, I'm so unlucky. I didn't have I've won it," and it's nice when it's someone who doesn't feel like they win a lot. So hang on, I am gonna let me just check something real quick. I'm still with you guys. Um, I just wanted to. Sorry, I was just checking something real quick. Gotta shoot off, Courtney, so I'll grab the link later. Big up our kids and best of luck for it. Thank you, Lee. I am literally posting it now. I've got another one. Howard's just joined. Um, I've just completely forgot what I checked out for. So I'm just putting the link out now. So if you have me on, I've put it on Twitter first. So if you go over to Twitter, I've just posted the link on Twitter for Patreon. Go and check it out. And now I am gonna go and put it on Instagram for everyone. Um, let's. This should be quicker because I am just copy and pasting stuff. Right, link, copy link. I really need to be more organised before I go live because I hate the fact I'm doing this in front of everyone. There we go. So it is up on Instagram, it is up on Twitter or X, depends on what you want to call it. And the first giveaway I will reveal now. So I'm going to end the poll. I'll give you another minute actually. If you haven't voted yet, go and vote in the poll. I don't think much difference will be made apart from that John Aldridge and Jay Coat are now equal. They're both on 13%. Robbie Fowler is miles in the lead on 74%. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly read what it says. JK, year ago I was horrified when I heard Spurs wanted to snatch Arnie. Arnie. I was overjoyed when I heard he was ours. Don't know why some people doubt him so much. I guess English just don't rate other leagues. I don't think it's the fact people don't rate him or rate other leagues. Like for me, I didn't dislike the fact we got him, but I also wasn't like, hey, just on the fact I didn't know enough about him and about the football he played. I knew little bits, but obviously I've not seen much of it. I think people were just nervous. One, anyone having to step into Klopp's shoes is massive, like massive role to take on at any club. Whether that was in his mind days, whether that was at Dortmund, and obviously now Liverpool. Obviously Liverpool, I think out of them three is the toughest job to take over without the fact you're taking over from Klopp. So I think that was a massive like nerve wracking thing for any manager coming in. And to be honest, I think that's why we had Alonso going, no, I'm gonna stay at Leverkusen for a bit. So yeah, I'm really impressed so far. Ryan Gravenberch is thriving in the number 6 or double pivot with Maka. Yeah, midfield lately is on fire. I'm loving watching midfield. I know a lot of people haven't been happy with Soboslai, but I just want to say to people who maybe aren't happy with Soboslai at the minute, look at the position of him throughout the game. If we're on the attack, he becomes part of the front three, becomes it comes a front four a lot of the times. At Old Trafford, he was integral in some of them goals. Um, then if we're defence and there's people not there, the guy sprints back and is sometimes there before Virgil is. I think his work rate is amazing. Obviously, then you've got Ryan Gravenberch now stepping into the number 6 role and doing an amazing job at it, as well as Maka. But yeah, midfield at the minute, I am really, really happy with. That is probably my favourite line in the LFC team right now is that midfield line. Yeah. And then Callum was saying Flares in the away end on Derby Day and Goodison is always the best, especially when Mane scored his first season there. Yeah. Some of my favourite pictures and videos of, because I like the creative side of things, like how it looks. Some of my favourite ones are the ones at Goodison on Derby Day where you see the flares on the pitch. Who remembers when Harvey Elliott picked one up? Like, it is really good. Paul, honestly, I never heard of him before we were linked on about Arne Slot. Yeah, I think a lot of people were like that. It was a massive shock, I feel like, with the name. So caught up with everyone there. I am just going to end the poll now. So, whose signed item should I give away? In third place, so we had 72 votes. I'm not going to do the maths on all this. So in third place, we had John Aldridge on 12% of the votes. We then had Dick Height in second place with 16% of the votes. And in first place, with an outstanding 70% of the votes, was Robbie Fowler. So I will show you these items now that I'm giving away. I will save the signed one till last. But on Patreon, which you're going to have to go and sign up for, like I said, it'll be £4 a month, but you're going to get extra content and entered in a monthly giveaways. So go and sign up on there. The link will be in the description of this at the end of this video, or in a second I might do it. It's also over on my Twitter and Instagram currently. Let's see, actually, can I add it into the comments? Not the comments, I'll add it into the description on here right now as I'm doing this. Well, I thought I could, but maybe I can't. Let's have a look. Can we do it here? Settings. No, I can't do it right now because I need to do it on here somewhere. So yeah, so Patreon, £4 a month, monthly giveaways, as well as exclusive content. Like I said, I'm going to try and do live videos. I'm going to do like videos where maybe it's me talking about stuff to do with Liverpool, and they will only go up over on there. We might try and do some interesting videos maybe over on there. A Q&A might be one of the first ones I do, just so you can get to know me a bit better, because I realise everyone knows I'm a Liverpool fan, everyone knows little bits about me, but there's a lot of stuff like people don't know, and I get asked it now and again, and I'm like, oh, that is interesting. But obviously, the massive part of it is the monthly giveaways. So, the first monthly giveaway is going to be a bit like a mystery box of LFC items. So, I'll show you 3 bits that are going in. But there'll be a few more bits that go in that whoever wins, it'll be a surprise for you. So, the first 2 items are these coins, which, let me see if I can get it to, there, you can see them a bit there. So these coins are limited edition to, I should know this, 1892 or 1892, which is the year Liverpool Football Club was born. So we have Mo Salah. We have a Mo Salah one, and the number on this one is 1064. So these are all numbered. They are all limited edition to 1892. And then we have you can still get the Mo Salah one in the club store, I think. But this one completely sold out. You cannot get it anywhere. But it is a Jurgen Klopp limited edition coin. And the number on this one is 1867. Um, so you are getting really cool pieces already here. Like I said, you can't get this one anywhere. Um, this isn't the full set. I might try and get a full set to give away. If I can get to the club store in time. But these are the backs of them as well. So the back has the name on, so Jurgen Klopp, and then this little bit here is his signature engraved on. Same with Mo's. So you've got Mo Salah 11, and then his little signature. You can see there as well is the number it is. So they're going to be part of it. And then the signed item is going to be, I just need to find the correct one because I got all three out just in case. Didn't know which one was going to be chosen. So the signed item is an Anfield Road sign. Very easy to put up wherever you want it to go. And as you can see, it is signed by Robbie Fowler. And this, in case anyone didn't hear it earlier on, this was actually signed at Robbie Fowler's mural. So the day we unveiled Robbie Fowler's mural with Millwall's, I was lucky enough to get the chance to spend a bit of time with him in Hotel Anfield, which was a bit of a private get together, and was able to get him to sign that to give away on Patreon. So yeah, it is going to be that as well as a few other little goodies in the box. I've got plenty of LFC memorabilia to give away, so yeah, it's gonna be like a little, like I said, mystery box sort of thing. Jerry says it's £4.80 to be exact, but still very good. Thank you for letting me know that. It did say on the thing it is so awkward Patreon to try and figure out the prices. So it asks you to put it in dollars. So I put it in dollars. But then it's got its own conversion rate. So it says to me that is £4. So I was like, brilliant. If it's £4.80, I'll maybe try to change that in the future. I'll see if I can. But yeah, that's going to be the first giveaway on it. So make sure you go and check that out. I will say, can I? I've just seen the edit button on here. So if I go to my page, copy link. Right. Let's see, can I put it? Yes, right. So the Patreon is now going to also be linked in the description below. You might have to refresh and see if it'll come up for you. If you want the Patreon link, like I said, in the description below. And this month, if you join the supporter tier membership, you get the chance to win Jurgen. I'm trying to make sure it's out like Jurgen Klopp limited edition coin, which is sold out. The Mo Salah limited edition coin, which is quite fitting after that United game. And a signed Robbie Fowler Anfield Road sign, which was signed at his mural on Anfield Road at Hotel Anfield, by Millwall's. It's one of that mural is phenomenal. The stained glass window style, love it. So yeah, go and check it out. Callum, I've got a question. What made you a red and not a blue? My whole family is Liverpool. The only Evertonians in the family is my two cousins, my great uncle on my dad's side and his sons. And yeah, that's it. I haven't got any other Blues in the family. My dad used to work at Anfield as a steward, so when I was born, he worked there. And the fun fact is, people always go, "What was your first game at Anfield?" I don't remember because back in the early 2000s, FA Cup games never sold out at Liverpool. And where my dad was, luckily he doesn't work there anymore, so like I can get away saying this. He used to be like ring my mum and be like, "The seats available. If you want to bring Courtney down, you're allowed in." So like I'd be a toddler and I'd be at the back of the stand and not have a clue what was going on, but loved it. I also had a granddad who, well, two granddads who are absolutely mad Reds. Um, my granddad Bicky, he was called Andy, but I called him Bicky after biscuits because he always gave me biscuits. Who was on my dad's side. Um, he used to go home and away when he was younger. Um, which as I learned that growing up and seeing the way I've gone with the football, it makes me hope he's proud of me because I've started doing the same thing, which is crazy. Um, the granddad on my mum's side, Grandad Fred, he raced pigeons and his pigeon shed was called the Anfield Loft. So that was quite cool. And then even my nan on my dad's side, there's a picture of her going the match on the day the old cop, like the last game for that. Like so, it's really cool that I feel sad because none of them, apart from my nan, got to see me start going the game, but none, like, and my granddad got to see me go the game. But none of them got to see me do what I'm doing now. So it's like I know they will be up there, like going, "Look at what Courtney is doing now." But it's whenever I hear stuff like that, I sort of feel like it's full circle that I'm sort of doing what they done with the football club, but now I'm sharing it with people online as well and sort of sharing the club's love. So yeah, bit of a long-winded answer, but you know. Um Doug just joined the Patreon, Courtney. Thank you, Doug. Philip has just found the channel and subscribed. Thank you, Philip. I'm guessing Philip and Doug know each other, so that's pretty cool to see us having a little chat in the comments. Jan says, "Hello, Courtney." Hello. Um, Craig's TV1. "Hey, Courtney, keep shining. Keep keep up the great content. Thank you." And Gareth says, "I am thinking of making Liverpool matchday vlogs on TikTok for this season. Do you have any tips on creating vlogs?" I don't have tips on creating vlogs because I think if you're creative, if it's something you're interested in, it'll just work. My one piece of advice I always give someone when they say, "I want to start doing this on social media, I want to start doing this on YouTube, on TikTok," as long as it's something you are very passionate about and it's something you'd probably be doing anyways without, like, having the channel. Like, I'd still be going to football and I'd still be taking little videos now and again for myself just for memories. Like, do it. You just need to have the passion behind it to keep yourself going on it. Because I won't lie, it's not easy at times. Like, if you after the game, if you wanna stay out with your mates, sometimes you're like, "No, I need to go home because 'cause I've gotta put content out," which I enjoy, like, I love it, don't get me wrong, but there'll be the odd game now and again where I'm like, "Oh, I sort of wish," but I'll usually come home, do this, and I'm lucky enough that I live close to the ground that I can go back out. Um, and then what else was I gonna say? Yeah, just, like, have a passion behind what you do. Marcus, hi. Um, Hi, Courtney. Gravenberch is Ray Kennedy. Who knows? Possibly. I think it's too early though, like, to go. like, at players. I do think though, and seeing this, they're going about earlier, like, Ron Yates passing away today. And there's that picture of him where he's going up before the game to shake hands with the opposition's captain, and, like, obviously Shankly used to go on about the size of him, and, like, that picture for me, I saw it and I went, "Jesus," I knew he was big, but I don't think I'd seen that picture before and realised he was that big. And when I saw that, I went, "God," looking back then, like, when my granddad was watching him, my granddad must have been like, "Jesus." Very similar to the way we look at Virgil and go, "Size of him, look at him at the back," like, both of them centre halves, like, yeah, it's like Ron Yates was that generation's Virgil van Dijk. But yeah, I I do think there is weird comparisons at the minute in the squad, with legendary players. Um, Marcus, are you going to Milan? No, I am not. I can't afford to go to AC Milan right now. Can't afford the flights, can barely afford the ticket. I can't afford to stay over, and I can't afford the time off work. So unfortunately, not right now. That is, and I meant to say, yeah, one of the reasons I've started the Patreon is to try and make it to a point where I can maybe look at going to the European aways, not having to worry so much. Um, so what do you make of the civil war happening between Todd Bowley and Clear Lake? I haven't seen anything. If anyone could update me on that. I tend to like the only thing that I follow at Chelsea at the minute is literally just how many players they like. I just it watching deadline day and being like Chelsea after, and I'm like, well, why are you getting another player? Why is no one looking at you going, how many players are you getting, as well as how many you already got? Um, bum, bum, bum. I like that you talk about the match squad before going in Anfield. Yeah, I always like seeing what the squad is, and it sometimes like with Klopp, it used to be like now and again you'd be like, oh my god, we've not had that yet, but I can see it coming at some point. Um, Seems like a running soap opera at Chelsea. Yeah. Jerry says mic issues. Can anyone let me know if someone say mic lag issues? That's weird because the mic is on my laptop. So let me see if it's like that on my YouTube on my phone. Yeah, it is like jumpy, isn't it? Right, give me 1 second. 1 second. Hello. Is this anyone with the microphone issues? It looks better on my thing, but I'm not really sure. Let me. I'm just gonna check to see on here. It's still the same, isn't it? Right. Let me. I might have to go into settings and change it. This is really frustrating. The mic, it's not an issue. The mic just suddenly stopped working properly, and I don't know why. I'm guessing it's YouTube. I will actually end it here, if everyone can hear me. So like I said, monthly giveaway is over on Patreon, which is linked in the description of the video. There's also going to be live shows / extra videos on there. I'm going to aim for one a week when a match is on. There's also a group chat on there if you join the members program. But yeah, go and sign up for the Patreon. It's in the description below. It is less than £5 a month. I want to say £4, but people have said to me that it's showing up as more than that. You get a 7-day free trial. But yeah, thank you everyone who's joined so far, because my phone has been going saying someone's joined Patreon, someone's joined Patreon, someone's joined Patreon. So thank you. Gakpo has just made it 3-1 for Holland, so I'm going to go and try and catch a bit of that. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you all at the next match. Or if you're a Patreon member, this Thursday, hopefully. But yeah, that being said, thank you all for joining. Don't forget the giveaway over on Patreon this month is going to be the Robbie Fowler signed Anfield Road sign and 2 limited edition coins. One of Mo Salah, one of Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp one you cannot get anywhere. But yeah, go and check out Patreon. That being said, I'll see you on the next match day. Bye.